Ah, welcome. It's so good to see you again. Please, come in and make yourself comfortable. Are you ready for your custom fitting? I've been looking forward to this. You'll be leaving here with something perfectly crafted just for you. Something that truly reflects your style and personality. Okay, let's get started. Today, we'll be focusing on creating a custom blazer and trousers that fit you flawlessly. The entire process is tailored, quite literally, just for you. So, if at any point something doesn't feel right or you have suggestions, don't hesitate to speak up. The most important thing is that you leave here with something you absolutely love. Now, before we dive into the measurements, let me ask, how do you envision yourself wearing this outfit? Do you see this as more formal, perhaps for business settings, or something a little more versatile that could transition from day to evening? The use of the garment really influences the fit and fabric choices. Ah, I see. A versatile look it is. Excellent. I'll keep that in mind as we go along. We'll strike a balance between formal structure and everyday comfort. Something that can be dressed up or down depending on the occasion. Let's begin with your shoulders. This is the foundation of any great blazer. Getting the shoulder width just right is essential. It dictates how the fabric drapes over the rest of the body. Here, stand naturally for me. I'll place the tape across your shoulders here. There we go. Your shoulders have a nice, natural line. For the blazer, I recommend keeping the shoulder padding minimal. Too much padding can make the jacket feel stiff, while a softer shoulder will give it a more relaxed, modern fit. Have you ever worn a blazer with less structure in the shoulders before? I thought so. It's a great option, especially for something versatile. With just a touch of padding, we can ensure that the blazer maintains its shape while still feeling comfortable and easy to move in. Now, let's move on to the chest measurement. I'll just wrap the tape around your chest here, under your arms. Go ahead and breathe normally. There we go. The chest measurement is key for ensuring the blazer fits smoothly without any pulling across the front. I'd recommend leaving a bit of extra room in the chest area, especially if you're planning to layer underneath the blazer. Have you considered what types of shirts or sweaters you'll be pairing with it? A well-fitted blazer should have enough room to comfortably wear a shirt and even a lightweight sweater without feeling restrictive. If you ever find that your blazer feels tight when you button it, particularly in the chest, that's a sign the fit might be a little too snug. We'll make sure to avoid that here. Now, the goal is for the fabric to lay smoothly across your chest when buttoned, but still give you plenty of freedom to move. This is especially important if you'll be sitting, driving, or doing anything active while wearing it. Next, I'll measure your arms. Let's start off with your left arm. Just extend it out naturally for me. I'll measure from the shoulder down to your wrist. There we are. For the sleeve length, it's ideal for the cuff to rest just at the wrist bone, allowing for a little bit of your shirt cuff to show when you wear it. It's a subtle detail, but it makes a world of difference in creating a polished look. You'd be surprised by how many people overlook sleeve length, but it's one of the easiest ways to tell if a blazer fits properly. A sleeve that's too long or too short can really throw off the balance of the outfit. Okay, let's measure your other arm now. Hold it out naturally. Perfect. I always take both arm measurements because it's common for one arm to be slightly longer than the other, even if you don't notice it. Tailoring the sleeves individually ensures a flawless fit. Now, before we move on, let's talk about how you like your sleeves to sit. Some people prefer a slightly shorter sleeve length, allowing more of the shirt cuff to show. Others like it to fall exactly at the wrist. So, what's your preference? Okay, right at the wrist. Classic choice. That gives a clean, balanced look that's timeless. We'll make sure to maintain that. Let's move on to the waist measurement. This is where we really start to shape the blazer to your body. I'll measure right around your natural waist. Just lift your arms slightly for me. Excellent. The waist is where we can add subtle shaping to give you that tailored silhouette without feeling constricting. Have you thought about whether you'd like the blazer to be more fitted at the waist or left a little looser? A fitted waist creates a sharper, more tailored look, but a looser fit offers more comfort, especially if you're planning to wear it for long periods. A slightly fitted waist. Perfect. That'll give you a sleek, modern profile without sacrificing comfort. We can add some gentle contouring here to highlight your natural shape without making it too tight. Now, let's talk about the trousers. The fit of the trousers is just as important as the blazer. Now, for trousers, I always recommend going for a fit that sits comfortably on your natural waist. You don't want them too tight, as they can create discomfort, especially when sitting or bending. Do you prefer your trousers to sit higher on the waist, or more at the hips? Higher on the waist, got it. Great choice. That's a more classic look, and it pairs well with a tailored blazer. High-waisted trousers also elongate the legs, which is a subtle trick to create a sleek, streamlined appearance. Now, for the inseam, I'll measure from your waist down to your ankles. Stand naturally for me again. Okay, the ideal trouser length hits just at the top of your shoe. Too long and they'll bunch up at the ankle. Too short and they'll look awkward. I always recommend a slight break in the fabric at the ankle, just enough to create a cleaned, refined look without excess fabric pooling. Would you like your trousers to have a tapered leg, or would you prefer a straighter cut? A tapered leg gives a modern, fitted look, while a straight cut is more traditional. A subtle taper, excellent. That'll keep the look contemporary without being too tight. It's all about balance. You want the trousers to complement the blazer, creating a cohesive silhouette from top to bottom. Let's talk about fabric now. For trousers, I highly recommend a wool blend. Wool is breathable, durable, and has just enough natural stretch to keep you comfortable throughout the day. It also drapes beautifully, which is essential for a clean fit. Have you worn wool trousers before? Good, then you already know how comfortable they can be. Wool has the advantage of being temperature regulating, which means you'll stay cool in the warmer months and warm in the cooler months. It's the perfect year-round fabric. For color, are you thinking something to match the blazer, or would you like to go with a complementary shade? Okay, matching the blazer? Great. That'll give you a unified, elegant look. Gray is an excellent choice because it's versatile enough to be worn with almost anything. You'll find that a well-tailored gray suit can be dressed up or down depending on the occasion. Now, let's talk about the trouser waistband. Would you like belt loops, or would you prefer a beltless, cleaner finish? Belt loops offer practicality, but a beltless design can give the trousers a sleeker, more streamlined look. Belt loops it is. That's a smart choice. It gives you flexibility. You can wear them with or without a belt, depending on how you style the outfit. For the trousers, would you like a cuff at the bottom? A small cuff can add a bit of weight, helping the trousers hang more naturally, while a cuffless design gives a cleaner, more contemporary look. Okay, no cuff. Very modern. That'll keep the lines clean and simple, perfect for a versatile look. And don't worry, we'll ensure that the trousers maintain their shape and drape beautifully, even without the added weight of a cuff. As for the blazer, let's talk about buttons. Would you prefer a 2-button or 3-button style? 2 buttons are more modern and create a longer line down the body, while 3 buttons are more traditional and add a bit more structure to the front. Gotcha, 2 buttons. Great choice. Very classic and elegant. I'll place the buttons at just the right height to enhance the silhouette. And for the sleeves, we can add functional buttonholes. That way, if you ever want to roll up your sleeves, you can do so without compromising the structure. It's a small detail, but it speaks to the craftsmanship of a well-made blazer. Would you like any vents in the back of the blazer? A single vent is more traditional, while a double vent offers more flexibility and movement, especially when sitting. Double vent, okay, great choice. It'll give you a bit more freedom of movements, and it's especially useful if you're someone who sits frequently throughout the day. It also helps the blazer maintain its shape when worn open. Now that we've gone over the main details, let's talk about lining. A fully lined blazer will offer more structure and durability, while a partially lined blazer is lighter and more breathable. For versatility, I'd recommend a partial lining, especially if you plan on wearing this in warmer climates or for extended periods. Partial lining? Okay, perfect. It'll keep the blazer light and comfortable without sacrificing structure. And we can choose a fun, contrasting fabric for the lining, something that adds a bit of personality without being too bold. What do you think? Wonderful. I'll select a lining that complements the gray wool beautifully. It'll be our little secret, something that adds a bit of flair every time you slip the blazer on. So that just about wraps up our measurements. I'll begin working on your custom outfit, and once the initial pieces are ready, we'll have you come in for a fitting to make any final adjustments. I always like to do one last check to ensure everything fits perfectly, down to the smallest detail. I really think you're going to love the final result. It's going to be something uniquely yours, tailored to your body, your style, and your needs. Thank you for trusting me with this process. I'll be in touch soon, and we'll get you fitted in no time.